We are missing a few here in Electronics Blue as we get underway here. Electronics Blue, we're missing a couple of you in round number 4 and 5, including the one sitting on the potential bye, Bill Hurd. You're sitting on the bye this round, if there is one, and we don't see you in the lane. So Electronics Blue underway with Bill King and Mike Nicholson. Bill, 007 up front, takes 14 to turn on the win light. Nicholson missed it. He's 41 on the tree. Puts it dead 3, but not going to be able to do it as Bill King moves on. Once again, Joker's Jackpot entries are still open. We got a couple spots in electronics. We have 8 spots left in non-electronics, so there's plenty of spots left in non-electronics. If you want to get into the Joker's Jackpot race, come see us in the tower. As Riley Learcamp and Ken Sweel come to the line, Riley's down 462 in the dragster. Ken Swale, 589 in the Capri. Swale clicks at 12 red, and the win light's going to shine for Riley Learcamp. He was 52. Caught a lucky break there. Puts it dead 9 anyway. So Riley Learcamp will move to round number 4. George LeBlanc leaves first. Morris on the chase. Advantage LeBlanc. Win light to Morris. George was 003, takes 26 and breaks it out to Thau. Tough break for George LeBlanc, putting together a lap there. But Andy Morris going to turn on the win light. And I'm going to turn it over to Bob Andrews.
Need non-electronics red. Non-electronics red to the staging lanes, please. Ricky Johnson, left lane, 654 down for the Camaro against Jesse DiBartolo in the dragster out 493. Again, we're looking for non-electronics red to the staging lanes, please. Non-electronics red. Jesse DiBartolo trying to catch the Camaro. Gets there. Jesse 24 and 496. On the 493 gets to win by 1/10,000th of a second over Ricky Jackson. Ricky was 43 and 655 at 104. Logan Scribner left lane. Drag straight out of Sherwood, Oregon. Down 481 against Giovanni Colecchi, right side. Drag straight out of Maple Valley, down 482. Again, that last pair close-up margin of victory today, 0-0-0-1. Logan goes 7 red. Giovanni 14 dead 7. 21 total, 142 for the win. Logan 7 red and 482 with a 0 on the 481. Jake Swiger. My favorite car here. The GTO down 5:31 against Selena Linehan, right lane. Drag her out of Kirkland down 5:13. Selena doing the chasing and gets the win. Selena 16 and 5:15 on the 5:13 at 128 gets the win. Jake Swiger late and 5:33 on the 5:31. Big pair here. Cooper Chun left lane out of Vancouver down 498 against Dylan Haug. Right lane out of Junction City, Oregon down 451. Dylan, the Cascade Trailer sponsored car in the Cascade Trailer lane. Cooper Chun, Napa Auto Parts lane, left lane. Separated by 5 at this end. Finish line, it is right lane. Dylan, 16 dead, 2, 18 total, gets the win. Cooper Chun, left lane, was 21 and 1 above 2 at 133. Dylan Haug moving on. Bill Hurd, the Pinto, left lane, down 564 against Dustin Schroeder. The 56 Chevrolet down 573. It is Dustin Schroeder, 25 and 576 on the 573, getting the win. Bill Hurd, left lane, a little bit late, and 565 on the 564. Electronics red. Electronics red. Need you to the lanes, please. Electronics red. To the lanes, please. First call. Electronics red to the lanes. Our first pair non-electronics red. Cliff Hall, left lane. 64 Falcon out of Carmichael, California, down 675 against David Chun. In the dragster out 566. Chevy Electronics red to the lanes. David Chun trying to run down Cliff Hall on the Falcon. Gets there. 008 and 568 on the 566. 117 gets the win. Cliff Hall left lane. 40 and 676 on the 675. David Meyer, left lane, the Cavalier out of California, out 591 against Hayden Amborn, the Wheelman. 50 Chevrolet truck out 655.
We've had 0 perfect lights so far on there. And only 3 during time. Yep. Dustin Hench has got one. And that green Pontiac was totally.
Separated by only 9. David Meyer trying to run down Hayden in a double breakout. It's David Meyer under by 1. 590 with a 9 on the 591. Gets the win. Right lane for Hayden. 653 with a 3. 17 under. So David Meyer on to the next round. Brad Craig. Left lane down 619 against Derek Jackson in the Monza. Dialed 691. Brad Craig goes red. Derek Jackson gets the win. 35 on the tree and 689 on the 691 at 99 miles an hour. Left lane for Brad Craig. Lifts to a 624 on the 619. Tim Berg, left lane, 72 variety of Nova, down 665 against Dave Barcelone. Into Cascade trailer lane, the 67 variety Nova, down 618. Dave is owner-operator, Barcelone's Trucktown. Left lane, big red light. Dave Barcelone, your winner, 11-5 under, 617 with a 5 on the 618, gets the win. Again, left lane for Tim Bird, really red, and 667 on the 665. Kurt Landis, left lane, the Chevelle down to 656 against Jason Harmon. The 86 Firebird down to 654. Basically a dead heat in dial-ins. It's Jason Harmon, 27 and 660 on the 654, getting the win at 95 miles an hour. Left lane for Kurt Landis. A little bit late and 659 on the 656. Casey Allen, left lane, the 79 Monza. 646 against James Hereford. The 67 Camaro down 598. Only separated by 5 thou here. Finish line, it is right lane, James Hereford. 19 and 1 above, 599 on the 98, getting the win. Left lane for Casey. 644 with a 9 on the 646. Justin Sibley, left lane. 613 dial for the 56 Chevrolet. And right lane, Michael Johnson, the Pontiac Firebird from Ontario, down 650. Justin Sibley trying to run down the Firebird. Gets there. 25 and 621 on the 613. Gets the win. Right lane late and 653 on the 650. Michael Pliska, left lane. The Vega. The 73 variety down 570 against Robert Jackson. Junior, the 71 variety of Hagen, dialed 665. Both these drivers from Happy Valley, Oregon. It is Mike Pliska, 28 dead 3, 31 total, 119 for the win. Right lane, 42 and 663 on the 665. Last car, non-electronics red, I believe, 790 for Kit Poole in the C10 truck. Electronics red, electronics red. Electronics red. We need your lanes, please. Kit Poole, 55 and 791 on the 790 on his single run. Again, electronics red. Need your lanes, please.
absolute very last and final call for any Joker's Jackpot entries. Absolute last and final call if you want to sign up for the Joker Jackpot in the tower. We will start running them right after Electronics Red. So with that, I'm going to call non-electronics Joker's Jackpot to lanes 6 and 7. Hold to the back of the lanes for me and we'll meet you out there. Non-electronics Joker's Jackpot to lane 6 and 7. Hold to the back of the lanes and we'll meet you out there.
We're to Electronics Red. First pair, Tommy Drake, Dustin Hinches. It's Tommy Drake, 002 and 483 on the 480. Getting the win over Dustin Hinches. Dustin was 35 and 471 on his 471. Don Sefton left lane. Out of Bremerton dial 447 against Dustin Wirtz, 514 dial for the Roadster. Again, big pair. Electronic Gambler, or Electronics. Big pairs coming up now. Dawn goes 3 to the red side. Dustin Wirtz 7 and 3 under, 513 with a 7 on the 514 dial at 136. Don Sefton again, 3 red and 448 on the 447. Ty Gaynor left lane, 491 dial for the dragster against Rod Wilkie in the 23 T bucket. 531. Again, we need the non-electronic Joker Jackpot. Joker Jackpot, non-electronics, lane 6 and 7. It's Ty Gaynor getting the win, 14 and 493 on the 491 at 129. Right lane for Rod Wilkie, 36 and 532 on the 31. Again, Joker Jackpot, non-electronics to 6 and 7, please. Robert Butler left lane, 66 Chevelle. Down 621 against Kevin Huffington in the Nova, down 692. Separated by 2, Thou in reaction time. Finish line, it is in a double breakout. Robert Butler, 22 and 619 with a 7 on the 621, getting the win. Right lane for Kevin Huffington in the Nova, 20 and 685 with a 5 on the 692. Kurt Gross left lane, 485 dial. For the Gross Family Racing Dragster, Dustin Schroeder right lane, the 56 Chevrolet, down to 574. Ken Sueo in the Capri left lane, down 589 against Tom DiBartolo. The drag strata Napavine down 461. Dead even. Tom trying to run down the Capri. Does the job. 24 dead 4. 28 total. Beats the 24 dead 4. 28 total. Margin of victory for that pair for Tom DiBartolo. 4 10,000ths of a second. And that's our second closest race of the day. Andy Morris left lane. 477 dial. For the drag strat of Olympia against Eric Dodge in the Nova, down 532. Andy Morris trying to run down that Nova. Gets there. 006 and 479 on the 477. Gets to win right lane. Late was 62, but dead on 4 at 120. Stephanie Nass, 499 dial for her drag strat of Oregon City. Danny Warnier. The Nova. Tower side. Beautiful red Nova. Down 484. Finish line, it's Stephanie Nass, 11, dead 9, 20 total, getting a win. Right lane for Danny Warnier, a little bit late, was 47 and 495 on the 494. So last year's champion still in it. Wally Cronin getting the single this round. 71 dart out of Tacoma, down 634. Electronic Joker's Jackpot. Electronics to lanes 2 and 3. Joker Jackpot. Electronics to lanes 2 and 3, please. Again, we're looking for Joker's Jackpot. Electronics to lanes 2 and 3. Don't want to give you the wrong lane. 2 and 3 for Electronic Joker's Jackpot. Joker Jackpot electronic cards. If you bought into the Joker Jackpot electronics race, need you the lanes, please. Joker Jackpot electronics. If you bought into that race, need you the lanes, please. Lanes 2 and 3. Again, why it's a little quiet, want to thank Kid Performance and Dyno and Sean Clark and Associates for sponsoring the live stream today. Again, thank you so much. Kid Performance and Dyno and Sean Clark and Associates for sponsoring today's live stream. I want to thank Andrew for actually being here, doing the live stream. We had a little bit of a blip. We lost our internet for a moment. Sorry about that. We got it back going. Again, thank you, Kid Performance and Dyno and Sean Clark and Associates for sponsoring today's free live stream. Again, we're looking for Joker's Jackpot electronics. If you bought into the Joker's Jackpot, the electronics half of the race. Need lanes 2 and 3. Electronics Joker's Jackpot. Lanes 2 and 3, please. We're running the non-electronics. They're in the lanes now. They're going to be running shortly. So if you are in the electronics part of the Joker's Jackpot, you need to get to the lanes if you're not already there. Thank you. Okay, first pair, non-electronics Joker's Jackpot. We got Kenny O'Keefe in that really nice Malibu left lane down 756 against Alan Snyder. The 86 Malibu tower side down 671. And Kenny turns on the red light, going 3 red. Alan Snyder on to the next round, 55 and 670 with a 5 on the 671 dollar, 101 miles an hour. Kenny O'Keefe 3 red and 754 on the 56. Blaine Robb left lane. The Napa Auto Parts lane down 798 against Rick Sales Sr. in the Radio Flyer GMC truck down 648. Sales in the truck trying to chase down the Fox Body Mustang. In a double breakout, gets the win, 11 and 9 under, 647 with a 1 on the 648, gets the job done. Blaine Robb, left lane, breaking out by a lot more, 795 on the 798. Jed Biscay, left lane. The little Mustang down 905 against Jimmy Hereford in the fair lane, down 793. Separated by 1. Finish line. It is Jimmy Hereford, right lane, 35 and 796 on the 793. 83 miles an hour gets the win. Left lane for Jed Biscay, 909 on the 905. Eddie Brax, 89 Mustang, left lane out of Portland down 801 against Matt Keelman. And the Nova out of Washougal down 630. Matt Keelman gets the win by true start. 004 red beats 55 red. Matt Keelman, 629 with a 2 on the 630 at 108 miles an hour. Left lane for Eddie Brax, red, and way under, 793 on the 801. Frank Secost, 67, Falcon out of Battleground, out 605. Frank, 45 and 601 on the 605 at 116. Again, Joker's Jackpot electronics cars. You should be in lanes. They're getting everybody paired up, figured out back there. Wally Cronin to the tower, please. Wally Cronin. Need to see you in the tower if we could, please. Wally Cronin, need to see you in the tower. Non-electronics blue, non-electronics blue. We need lanes 10 and 11. Non-electronics blue. Need you to lanes 10 and 11, please. Again, non-electronics blue to lanes 10 and 11, please. First pair, Joker Electronics, Jason Kelly, left lane, 96 Mustang. Out of Washougal, dialed 622 against Enoch Carter in the El Camino. Dialed 610. Finish line, it is Enoch Carter, 20 dead 4. 24 total at 112 getting the win. Left lane for Jason Kelly, 37. And a breakout, 621 with a 3 on the 622. Again, non-electronics blue, needed lanes 10 and 11. Non-electronics blue, needed 10 and 11, please. Chase Learcamp, left lane. Down 457 against Gary Warnier in the 67 Chevelle. Out of Kaiser, down 554. Chase Learcamp doing the chasing, but does not get there. Gary Warnier, 25 and 556 on the 554. Left lane, I think, gave up the win. 003 and 463 on the 457. Yeah, we should have non-electronics blue. Non-electronics blue, you should be in the lanes in 10 and 11. Non-electronics blue, you should be in 10 and 11. goes Paul Nero, left lane. Out of Aurora, Oregon, down 465 against Jake Swiger. The GTO, again, this is a gorgeous car. Get a chance to go look at it. It's dialed in at 533. Finish line, it is Paul Nero, 44 and 466 on the 65, getting the win. Right lane was late and broke out, 531 on the 533. Next pair, the Joker Jackpot Electronics race. Julie Adams, left lane, the S10 truck dialed 6. Excuse me, the GMC truck dialed 637 against Nick Carr, and the Roadster dialed 588. Separated by 12 at the starting line, it is Nick Carr 20 and dead 7 at 116 miles an hour getting the win. Left lane was 32, dead 8 at 108. Both drivers dead on. Difference was reaction time. 20 in the right lane, 32 in the left. Kevin Shear, left lane. The S10 truck out of Belfair in right lane. Jeremy Weaver, the dragster out of Puyallup, down 449. The S10 truck, 619. Double breakout, it's Kevin Shear in the left lane, 20 and 11 under, 617 with a 9, getting the win. Right lane for Jeremy Weaver, late and break it out by more, 445 on the 449. Tom Malicki, left lane, 444. This is a driver from White Salmon, Washington, Michael Householder. Grandview, Washington, Monza dialed 649. So that's 2 seconds. In a double breakout, it's right lane. Michael Householder under by 5. 648 with a 5 on the 649, getting the win. Tom Malicki, left lane. 442 on the 444. Again, non-electronics blue, you should be in the lanes. Non-electronics blue, you should be in the lanes. Looks like you got a single, Tyler Myrup. Drag Stratus Sandy, Oregon, down 471. Again, non-electronics blue, you should be in the lanes. Dead 6. 16 total on his solo pass at 146. Got non-electronics blue. We need an electronics blue to the lanes, please. Electronics blue. Need you to the lanes, please. Electronics blue to the lanes, please. Josh Welty, left lane. In the love truck, down 620 against Steve Kelly, the 67 Camaro. Hike in the wheels, dialed 619. Again, we need electronics blue to the lanes. Finish line, it is left lane. Josh Welty, 14. And 621 with a 9 on the 620, getting the win. Steve Kelly, little late, 51. And dead on with a 6 at 103. Again, electronics blue, need you the lanes, please. David Meyer, the Cavalier, coming up from Sheridan, California, down 590 against Greg Keelman. The 69 Camaro out of Vancouver, dialed 645. Again, electronics blue, needing the lanes. Finish line, it's Greg Keelman, 38 and 646 with a 5 on the 645. Getting the win. David Meyer, 590. 1 on his 590. Brad Craig, left lane, 67 Camaro from Bonnie Lake, Washington, down 620 against Dean Tabor. Out of Tigard, Oregon, the Nova down 576. In a double breakout, it's Dean Tabor getting the win. 574 with a 6 on the 576 at 120 miles an hour. Brad Craig, left lane, broke out by more. 617 on the 620. Yeah, we need electronic blue to the lanes, please. Brandon Wilkinson, left lane. 69 Nova out of Longview, down 618 against Hayden Amborn. 50 Chevrolet out of Oregon City, down 655. Brandon Wilkinson, 5 red. Hand the win to Hayden, the wheelman, 14 dead, 317 total. At 103 miles an hour gets the win. Left lane, again, 5 red and 616 on the 618. Again, electronics blue, you should be in the lanes. Electronic blue, you should be in the lanes. Last of our non-electronics blue, Henry Roberson up from North Highlands, California. The Mustang dialed 645. Non-electronics red. Non-electronics red. We'll take you to the staging lanes now too, please. Non-electronics red. We'll take you to the lanes.
And after this round, you will be on the ladder in the main event race. So we'll get ladders posted to the back of the time shack.
Oh, bad news. Last call for the world famous corn dogs. Last call for the world famous Woodburn drag strip corn dogs. If you want to get one, get it now. Last call, Woodburn drag strip world famous corn dogs. Again, non-electronics red. Non-electronics red. Media lanes, please. we should have non-electronics red heading to the lanes. Electronics blue, you should be in the lanes. Non-electronics red, you should be heading there if you're not there already. Electronics blue, we are missing one car. Electronics blue. Car we are missing is the potential buy. Again, electronics blue, we are missing one car. Need you to the lanes, please. Electronic blue, we're missing one car. Need you to the lanes.
Joker's Jackpot participants, when you're called to your lanes, please hang at the back for the pairings. I know up at the front that makes it a little difficult. So please, when you get called to the lanes in the Joker's Jackpots, hang at the back for your pairings.
Okay, good. We're still missing a car in electronics blue. Car number 6585. We are missing a car in electronics blue. Car number 6585. We are missing you for electronics blue. You are the potential buy. We need you in the lanes, please. 6585. Electronics blue. We need you in the lanes, please. Okay, moving into round number 4. Electronics, it's blue category. Andy Morris, left lane, out of Olympia, Washington, down 479 against Giovanni Colecchi. In the Cascade trailer lane, out of Maple Valley, Washington, down 482. Again, Andy Morris, left lane, 479 dial. Giovanni Colecchi, right lane, 482 is the dial. Little mini staging duel going on. Giovanni's in. Finish line, it is Andy Morris, 005 and 482 on the 479, getting the win. Giovanni, little bit late in 483 on the 482. Dustin Schroeder, left lane, the 56 Chevrolet out of Powell Butte, Oregon. And Jesse DiBartolo, Battleground, Washington, dragster, down 493. Dragster Jesse DiBartolo getting the win, 15 in 495 with a 2 on the 493. Gets it done. Left lane for Dustin Schroeder, 31 and 575 on the 572. So we should have non-electronics red. You should be in the lanes. Non-electronics red. You should be in the lanes and ready to go. Selena Linehan, left lane, drags out of Kirkland, Washington, down 514 against Riley Learcamp. The Learcamp Racing Stables out of Olympia, Washington, down 464. Separated by 11 on reaction time. Finish line of the double breakout. It's Riley Learcamp breaking out by 4, beating Selena, who broke out by 17. Riley 463 with a 6 on the 464 gets it done. Selena 512 with a 3 on the 514. Dylan Haug, left lane, 450 dial for the dragster out of Junction City, Oregon against Bill King, right lane, the 61 Falcon out of Sandy, Oregon, down 528. It's a cool little car. Separated by 14. Dylan trying to run down that little Falcon. Gets there. Goes 12 on the tree and 452 on the 450 at 155. Bill King got there first by 20. Broke out by 5. 527 with a 5 on the 528. This is non-electronics, the red side. Kip Poole. The C10 truck from Paulsbo, Washington, down 791 against Jason Harmon. The 86 Firebird out of Battleground, Washington, down 652. And Jason Harmon turns on the red light. So Kip Poole, the C10 truck, your winner, 39 and 792 on his 791 dial, 85 miles an hour. Right lead for Jason Harmon, 6 red, and 649 on the 652.
Should I call electronics red?
Mike Pliska, 570 dial for the Vega out of Happy Valley, Oregon. Right lane, James Hereford, Longview, Washington Camaro, down 598. It is Mike Pliska, 7 dead, 2, 9 total for Mike Pliska. Getting the win, James Hereford, 33 on reaction time and just wasting gas, 597 with a 3 on the 598. Derek Jackson, left lane, the Monza out of La Center, Washington, down 688. Justin Sibley, the Cascade trailer lane, the 56 Chevrolet, down 613.
That's why I turned it off and turned it on.
Justin Sibley turning on the red light, hands the win over to Derek Jackson. Derek, 26 and dead on with a 6, 32 total, 99 miles an hour gets the win. Justin, 16 red and 609 on the 613 dial in. Andy Meyer, left lane, the Cavalier from Sheridan, California, down 591 against Dave Barcelone, the 67 Nova, dial to 618. And David Meyer goes 12 red, handing the win to Dave Barcelone. Dave, 29 on the tree and a 617 with the 1 on his 618 dial, 110 miles an hour. Left lane for David Meyer. Red and just going for a drive at 684, 78 miles an hour. David Shunn, 27 and 565 with a 9 on his 566 dial-in.
Electronics red to 4 and 5, please. Electronics red to 4 and 5, please. And we'll take Joker Jackpots both back to your lanes. Please hang at the back of the staging lanes for your pairings. Joker's Jackpot, please hang at the back of the lanes for your pairings. Attention in the pits. At this time, the Racer Appreciation Dinner is ready to be served. As per the flyer, you're entitled to 1 plate per entry. So yes, if you double enter, that means you get 2. 1 plate per entry over there in Jimmy's Wheelie Bar. It is now served. So please head on over there. We want to thank Dave Barcelone's Truck Town for sponsoring that. They got some really great looking pulled pork sandwiches over there and some potato salad. It looks really, really wonderful. So at this time, the Racers Appreciation Dinner is open. We're counting on the honor system here. First and foremost, this is for our racers. If there's anything left after that, we'll let y'all go to town. But this is our Racer Appreciation Dinner, and you're entitled to 1 plate per entry. So you can head on over to Jimmy's Wheelie Bar at this time and get served up. Hang out in the seating area there. We're getting close to the latter rounds here in the races. So at this time, I would call everyone over. The Racers Appreciation Dinner is open. Extra special thanks to Dave Barcelone's Truck Town for sponsoring that dinner for all you racers here tonight.
Again, we're looking for Electronics Red. Electronics Red to the lanes, please. And Joker Jackpot, non-electronics to 6 and 7. Remember, hang in the back so you can get paired up. Non-electronics and electronics Joker Jackpot. Non-electronics to 6 and 7. Electronics to 2 and 3. Hang to the back of the lanes for your pairings. Again, Joker Jackpot. Non-electronics, 6 and 7, electronics are 2 and 3. Hang in the back of the lanes so we can get you paired up back there. We are looking for Electronics Red. Need you to the lanes, please. Electronics Red. We need you to the lanes, please.
Attention in the pits, non-electronics. You are being placed on the ladder at this time. We'll get this ladder filled out and we'll get it posted. The winner of the red side will race the winner of the blue side in the final for $5,000. We will make an announcement. It will be posted on the back of the booster shack in just a few minutes. But we are laddering you at this time. After electronics red runs, and we need you in the lanes right now, after electronics red runs, then we will ladder electronics, and we will do the same thing and post you behind the booster shack. So, non-electronics, you're getting laddered at this time. Electronics, we will ladder you after the conclusion of electronics red, which should be in the lanes at this time. And once again, Joker's Jackpot cars hang to the back of the lanes for the pairing, but we have called non-electronics and electronics Joker Jackpot. Non-electronics are in 6 and 7. Electronics are in 2 and 3. Hang to the back of the lanes and they'll get you paired up.
Non-electronics. The ladders are coming down the stairs right now to be posted on the tower. But non-electronics. Your ladders are headed downstairs to be posted right now. Again, non-electronics, you are on ladders. Electronics, after we get electronics red done, you will be on ladder. Electronics red, you should all be in the lanes. Joker, Jackpot, non-electronics, you should be in the back of the lanes, 6 and 7. Joker, Jackpot, electronics, you should be in the back of lanes 2 and 3 to get paired up. This is our electronics red side of the category. Again, Racer Appreciation Dinner. Racer Appreciation Dinner is open. One per entry. If you double enter, that means you get 2. 1 per entry. It's in Jimmy's Wheelie Bar to the right side of the tower, left side from where you are. Again, Kurt Gross, left lane out of Oregon City, dialed at 484. Dustin Wirtz, Nampa, Idaho, Corvette Roadster, dialed 514. Yeah, I want to thank Dave Barcelone's Truck Town. Huge thank you to them for sponsoring the Racer Appreciation Dinner. Wow, 12 separating them. And it is Kurt Gross, 003 and 486 at 143 getting the win. Dustin Moore's right lane was 15 and 516 on the 514. Again, Racer Appreciation Dinner is open in the Wheelie Bar. It's 1 plate per entry. So if you're double entered, it's 2 plates. We're going to do the honor system on this. The Wheelie Bar Racer Appreciation Dinner is open. Stephanie Nass, left lane, 499 dial. Tom DiBartolo, the dragster out of Napa Vine, Washington, 462 is the dial in. It is Stephanie Nash, 16 and 5 flat with a 7 on the 499 dial, getting the win by 2 thousandths of a second over Tom DiBartolo. Again, Wheelie Bar, Racer Appreciation Dinner. brought to you by Dave Barcelone's Truck Down, is open. Again, 1 dinner per entry. If you double entered, that means you got 2. Robert Butler, left lane out of Citrus Heights, California, down 620 in the Chevelle. Ty Gainer, tower side, down 486 in the dragster. Dragster trying to run down that Chevelle, does not get there. Robert Butler, 006 and 622 on the 620, gets the win over Ty Gainer. Ty was 32 and 489 on the 486. Again, Joker Jackpot, non-electronics and electronics. You should be in the lanes getting paired up. And after this round of electronics red, everybody's going to be on a ladder. Everybody's going to be on the ladder. Tommy Drake, left lane from Emmett, Idaho, down 480 against Andy Morris in the Cascade trailer lane, down 478. Again, Tommy Drake, 480 dialing left lane. Andy Morris, 478 to dialing. Somebody's on and off the gas, probably Andy Morris, 12 and 481 on his 478 at 139, getting the win. Tommy Drake in the left lane, late and 480 on the 480. Again, non-electronics. And now electronics, you're all going to be on a ladder. We're going to make first call for non-electronics blue. Non-electronics blue. We need you to the lanes, please. Non-electronics blue. We need you to the lanes, please. And again, Joker Jackpot, you should be in the lanes. Alan Snyder, 671 dial left lane. Frank Sacost in the Falcon, down 601. It is left lane. Alan Snyder out of Hillsboro, Oregon, 672 on the 671, getting the win. Right lane for Frank. He was 603 on the 601. Big pair here of hitters in the area. Left lane, Jimmy Hereford, 792 dial for the fair lane against Matt Keelman in the Nova, dial to 629. Matt Keelman trying to run down. Jimmy Hereford gets there. 13 on the tree and 634 on the 629. Fed him a bunch of stripe at 108 miles an hour. Jimmy Hereford left lane breaking out. 790 on the 792. The electronics ladders are heading down the stairs now. Electronics ladders, red and blue, heading down the stairs now. Rick Sales on his single, 10 on the tree, down 648. Goes 6:48 with a 5:15 total on the single at 106 miles an hour. Again, electronics ladders being posted bottom of the tower now. Electronics ladders and non-electronic ladders are all posted at the bottom of the tower. And we're looking for non-electronics blue. Non-electronics blue to the lanes, please. Yeah. Again, non-electronics blue, non-electronics blue to the lanes, please, and electronics blue. We're looking for both sides of the blue, non-electronics and electronics blues. We need you to the lanes, please. I'm getting caught up here. Joker Jackpot Electronics. First pair, Kevin Shearer, the S10 truck, dialed 618. Right lane, Gary Warnier, the 67 Chevelle out of Kaiser, Oregon, dialed 555. Finish line, it's Kevin Shearer getting the win. 618 with a 1 on the 618 at 111, right lane. Gary Warnier breaks out by 7, took 33 at the stripe, goes 554 with a 3 on the 555. Enoch Carter, 609 dial for the El Camino. Out of Buckley, Washington, right lane. Michael Householder, Grandview, Washington, Monza dial 649. True start win going to Enoch Carter. Red lights by less. 3 red beats 18 red. Enoch 615 on the 609 at 112. Right lane for Michael Householder. 648 on the 649. Paul Nero, left lane. Aurora, Oregon, dragster dialed 465 against Nick Carr. And the roadster dialed 588. Separated by 8 on the starting line. It is left lane. Paul Nero, 008 and 466 on the 465, getting the win by 5 thousandths of a second over Nick Carr. Nick, 16 green and 589 with a 1 on the 588. Tyler Mirup, dragster out of Sandy, Oregon, down 494. Tyler Dow 494 is 29, and 494 with a 5. Off the gas at only 112 miles an hour. So holding just a little bit. Blue electronics to the lanes, please. Blue electronics to the lanes, please. Okay, we're looking for electronics blue. Electronics blue to the lanes, please. Remember, everybody, you are on ladders. Electronics blue, need you to the lanes, please. Again, we're looking for electronics blue to the lanes, please. We are in non-electronics blue. And remember, racers, the Racer Appreciation Dinner, Jimmy's Wheelie Bar, they are open. Again, 1 plate of food per entry. If you're double entered, that's 2 plates of food. Jimmy's Wheelie Bar, Racer Appreciation Dinner, brought to you by Dave Barcelone's Trucktown, is open. Dean Tabert, 575 dial left lane. Hayden Amborn right lane in the Chevy truck dial 655. Separated by 6 foul in reaction time. At the finish line, it is Dean Tabert, 15 dead 9, 24 total. Getting the win at 119 miles an hour. Hayden got there first, broke out. 653 with a 5 on the 655. Again, Racer Appreciation Dinner is open. Jimmy's Wheelie Bar, brought to you by Dave Barcelone's Trucktown. If you're a racer and you're not in it anymore, go get your dinner. You can conveniently walk to the bleachers right here, watch the racing, eat your pulled pork. Greg Keelman, left lane. 645 is the dial in. Right lane, Henry Roberson from California, also dialed in at 654. Electronics blue. You should be heading the lanes, please. Finish line, it is Henry Roberson, 22 dead 0, getting the win by 15 ten-thousandths of a second. Greg Keelman, left lane, 36 and 643 on the 645. Josh Welty, the Love Truck, last of non-electronics blue, dialed in at 619. Again, electronics blue, you should be in the lanes. Electronics blue, you should be in the lanes, please. Carefully staged. 005, the little Love Truck. And dead on with a 7. 12 total on a single for Josh Welty. Again, Racer Appreciation Dinner is open. A Racer Appreciation Dinner is open. Jimmy's Wheelie Bar. You're no longer in competition. You don't have to wait, but if you're no longer in competition, head on over, get your dinner, sit in the stands, eat your dinner, watch the races. Jimmy's Wheelie Bar is open for the Racer Appreciation Dinner, brought to you by Dave Barcelone's Trucktown. Again, electronics blue, you should be coming to the lanes if you're not there. You're going to make first call, non-electronics red. Non-electronics red, first call to the lanes, please. Electronic blue, we're missing car 609. Electronics blue, we're missing car 609. And we need non-electronics red. Non-electronics red. Need you lanes, please. Electronics blue, we're looking for car 609. And we need non-electronics red to the lanes, please. Again, we're looking for non-electronics red. Non-electronics red to the lanes, please. And again, racers, Jimmy's Wheelie Bar has the Racer Appreciation Dinner. It is open. You get 1 plate per entry. If you're double entered, that's 2. So again, Jimmy's Wheelie Bar open for the Racer Appreciation Dinner, brought to you by Dave Barcelone's Trucktown. While it's quiet, again, want to thank Kid Performance and Dyno and Sean Clark and Associates for their sponsorship of today's live feed, brought to you by Pacific Northwest Outlaw Media. Again, special thanks, Kid Performance and Dyno and Sean Clark and Associates, for the free live stream we got going on here this weekend. Again, non-electronics red, we are missing 2 cars. Non-electronics red, we are missing 2 vehicles. We can get them to the lanes, please. Non-electronics, we are missing 2 cars. If that's you, non-electronics red, we need to get you in the lanes, please. Okay, for non-electronics red, we are looking for 643P as in Paul, 643P as in Paul, and 8606. Need those cars to the lanes for non-electronics red. Again, non-electronics red, we're missing 2 cars. 643P as in Paul, and 8606. Need to get you 2 to the lanes if we can, please. We got electronics blue coming up. We're waiting on those 2 cars in non-electronics red. Need to get you 2 to the lanes as quick as we can. Again, 643 Paul and 86. Sorry about that. It's not 8606. It's B as in boy. B as in boy. 606. So again, non-electronics red, we're missing 643. P as in Paul. And B as in boy. 606. We need those 2 vehicles, non-electronics red, to the lanes, please. Moving into electronics blue. Andy Morris, left lane. The drag strat of Olympia, Washington, dialed 478 against Jesse Di Bartolo. Drag strat of Battleground, Washington, dialed 493. Again, this is electronics, the blue side. Non-electronics red, we had the 2 missing. We need you in the lanes. If you're there, great. Appreciate it. 643 P as in Paul and B as in boy, 606. And it's Andy Moore on the 478 getting the win over Jesse DeBartolo. Jesse was 39 and 494 with a 5 on the 493. So Andy Morris, 003 and 2 above, moving on. Dylan Howe, left lane. Out of Junction City, Oregon, 452 dial against Riley Learcamp. Dragster out of the Learcamp Racing Stable, Olympia, Washington, dialed 464.
Yeah, really.
And Riley in. Both cars pre-staged. Both cars bumping in. Again, Dylan Hound left lane. 452. Riley Learcamp 464. One foul separating them on reaction time. And you can hear it all the way in here. Left lane, Dylan 15. Dead 2. 17 total gets the win. Riley Learcamp, right lane, was 16. Got there first by 4, broke out by 3. Had room, but 1 ain't much room. So Dylan Howe on to the next round. Red, electronics red. Electronics red. Need you the lanes, please. And both Joker Jackpot, non-electronics and electronic Joker Jackpots. We need you the lanes, please. Electronics red. Need you the lanes for round number 5. Joker Jackpot, non-electronics to 6 and 7. Remember, back of the lanes. And electronic Joker Jackpot, 2 and 3 to the back of the lanes, please. Again, we're getting down to the final few cars in each bracket. Non-electronic Joker Jackpot, electronic Joker Jackpot. Need you the lanes. And electronic red. Need electronics red to the lanes, please. Kip Poole, left lane. The C10 truck out of Paulsville, Washington, dialed 792. David Shun, right lane. Dragster out of Vancouver, Washington, dialed 565. David Chun trying to run down Kip Poole, that C10 truck. Will he get there? He will not. Kip Poole 10, dead 2, 12 total. Takes the win, 83 miles an hour. David Chun, right lane. 49 and 567 on the 565. So Kip Poole moving on to the next round with his 12 total. Derek Jackson, left lane, 688 dial for the Monza out of La Center, Washington, against Dave Barcelona in the 67 Nova. From Bremerton down 617. It's Derek Jackson 008 and 696 on the 688, getting the win at 88 miles an hour. Dave Barcelone late and 621 at 104. Mike Pliska getting the solo. $570 for the 73 Vega. Again, Joker Jackpot, non-electronics and electronics, need you lanes, please, and electronics red. Pliska, 10 red, dead 4. He's got that car's running 570 every pass at 121 miles an hour. Again, we're looking for electronics red. You should all be in the lanes. And Joker Jackpot, non-electronics and electronics. We need both of you in the lanes, please. Again, we should have electronics red. You should be in the lanes, electronics red. And Joker Jackpot, non-electronics and electronics. You should all be in the lanes. Again, we're looking for Joker Jackpot, non-electronics cars and electronics. Joker Jackpot. Need you the lanes, please. Oh, they're already here. Thanks. Non-electronics blue, the blue side. Non-electronics blue. We'll take you to lanes, please. Non-electronics blue. We'll take you to lanes, please. And our one car, electronic red. As soon as you can get to the lanes, we'd appreciate it. Non-electronics blue. We'll take you to the lanes, please. This is our Joker Jackpot. Non-electronics first pair, Alan Snyder, left lane, 671 dial, turns it red, Rick Sales, senior in the Radio Flyer GMC truck out of Eugene, gets the win, dial 647, goes 33 on the tree, and 648 with a 9 at 106. Looks like Matt Keelman next up, just going to break the beams, getting the single. So again, Matt Keelman just breaking the beams with the single. So I think we might be down to the final in Joker Jackpot non-electronics. We got the electronic side coming up. Non-electronics blue, you've been called in the lanes. Non-electronics blue, you have been called to the lanes. And again, just a reminder, the Racer Appreciation Dinner open in Jimmy's Bar and Grill, the tower side of the racetrack. You can go over, get your plate of food, sit in the bleachers, watch some racing. Jimmy's Bar and Grill is open with the Racer Appreciation Dinner. Brought to you by Dave Barcelone's Truck Down. Again, live stream coverage by Pacific Northwest Outlaw Media, courtesy of Kids Performance and Dyno and Sean Clark and Associates. Huge appreciation for bringing you this free live stream today. Again, you got the call out. Non-electronics blue. Non-electronics blue. You should be in the lanes. Electronics red is going to be coming out here shortly.
Jeremy, I'm ready anytime you are. I've got jokers in, electronics.
Pin quit. No, there it goes. It was like my pin can't quit working.
This is our electronic joker jackpot. Kevin Shear, left lane. The S10 truck from Belfair, Washington, down 617 against Tyler Myrup. The dragster out of Sandy, Oregon, down 471. Dragster trying to run down the little S10 truck. Will not get there. Kevin Shear, left lane, 617 with a 4. On the 617 gets the win. Right lane, slightly worse on the reaction time. Goes 471 with an 8 on the 471. So Kevin Shear back for the next round. Paul Nero, left lane. Dragster out of Aurora, Oregon, down 465 against Enoch Carter. In his El Camino, down 614. Separated by 17. Finish line, it is Paul Nero, 006 dead, 2-8 total at 149 for the win. Enoch, 23 and a breakout, 609. on the 614. So Paul Nero on to the next round of the Joker Jackpot Electronics bracket. Non-electronics red. Non-electronics red. Take you to the lanes, please. Non-electronics red. We'll take you to the lanes, please. Non-electronics red. The electronics, this is the red side. Electronics red, Robert Butler left lane. The 66 Chevelle out of California down 621 against Stephanie Nass and her dragster from Canby, Oregon down 499. Stephanie trying to run down the Chevelle. Gets it done, 17, dead on with a 1 at 138 miles an hour, 18 total for Stephanie Nass getting the win. Left lane for Robert Butler was 37 on the tree and 622 on his 621. So Stephanie Nass, last year's winner, still rolling. Kurt Gross, the second of the Gross family racing dragsters, left lane down 486 against Andy Morris out of Olympia, Washington, down 476. Again, non-electronics red, non-electronics red. We need you in the lanes, please. Kurt Gross, your winner by red light. He's 005 and 484 with the 6 on the 486. At 143 getting the win. Andy Morris, right lane was red and lifts to a 499 at 113. Electronics blue. Electronics blue. The blue side. Electronics blue. Need you to the lanes, please. Electronics blue. Need you to the lanes, please. Electronics red, you should be there. Or excuse me, non-electronics red, you should be in the lanes right now as well. So we should have non-electronics blue, non-electronics red, and now electronics blue. You should all be in the lanes. Dean Tabor, 69 Nova. Getting the ladder single in the next round out 576. Getting the free shot at the track. Goes 18. And 576 with a 0. That's a good shot at the track. 576 with a 0 on the 576. 18 total for Dean Tabor. Josh Welty left lane, 621 dial for the Love Truck, Henry Roberson. 644 is the dial in for his Mustang. Josh Welty getting the true start win. 1 red beats 5 red. So Josh Welty on to the next round. 619 on the 621 at 111. Henry Roberson was 5 red and 643 on the 644. Again, Electronics Blue. You should be heading the lanes. Electronics Blue. You should be heading the lanes. We're getting late in the day as far as car counts. Again, be much appreciated for getting to the lanes as soon as possible. I know you had a lot of cool down because it's hot outside. I've been fortunate enough to not be out there much. We need Electronics Blue.
At this time, I want to announce the winner of our best appearing dragster and our best appearing door car. You're both going to receive a bracket box courtesy of Dialed In Details, Chris Whitfield, with an amazing product line. And our winner on the dragster side, Jeremy Weaver, voted by our track staff down here on the starting line and in the staging lanes. Jeremy Weaver, you have been voted the best appearing dragster here at the Summer Showdown. On the door car side, it was a tight competition. A lot of really sweet cars out there today. At the end of the day, it was Chad Riley. Chad Riley, you have been voted the best appearing door car here at the Summer Showdown. So we got some prizes for you up in the tower. Congratulations. Super awesome rides. Been awesome to watch them so far this weekend. Jeremy Weaver and Chad Riley, your best appearing cars here at the Summer Showdown. So here we go. Kip Pool, Michael Pliska, Kip dialed 790. I'm pretty sure he's had that number painted on that square body all day. Michael Pliska, 570 in the Vega. Something happening for Kip there. Not what he was hoping for. And Michael Pliska is going to get the win. See what Kip needs to get him off the track. Michael Pliska, 6 dead 1 on the free pass. He's got that Vega dialed in. He's hitting the tree.
The wrong lane.
Derek Jackson, the single, the 78 Mons out of the center, Washington, now 688. Derek Jackson, 003, dead 4, 7 total on his single. We need all winners, all classes, all winners, all classes back to the lanes as soon as possible, please. Again, all winners, all classes, need you back to the lanes as quickly as possible. All winners, all classes back to the lanes as quickly as possible, please. Again, I want to thank all the sponsors for today's event. First off with Kid Performance and Dyno and Sean Clark and Associates for sponsoring the free live stream today. A live stream by Pacific Northwest Outlaw Media. Again, can't thank that enough. So if you're on the live stream now, give them a thank you in the chat box. Much appreciated, Dave Barcelone, for supplying the Racer Appreciation Dinner. Much appreciated, Dave Barcelone's Truck Town. Dave, always huge support of Northwest Bracket Racing, along with Don Sefton, owners of Barcelone's Truck Town in Bremerton, Washington. Much appreciated, everybody. Much appreciated for Troy having me down. He's running around like crazy. Hopefully I'll see him before I leave. Again, much appreciated. It's been a blast. We need all winners, all classes back to the lanes as quickly as we can, please. Last call, Lupita's Mexican Food. Last call for Lupita's Mexican Food. Should be shut down in about 15 minutes. Last call, Lupita's Mexican Food. This is the Joker's Jackpot non-electronics final. Rick Sales, left lanes. 649 dialing against Matt Kielman in the Nova, dialed 633. .003 to a 006. Finish line. It is Rick Sales 006 dead zero. 6 total getting the win over Maddie Keelman. Matt was 003 and dead 8. So 6 total beats 11 total in the Joker Jackpot non-electronics final. Again, 6 total beats 11 total. So that's just the start of our final rounds here. And that's unreal. 6 total beating 11 total. And again, that's the Joker Jackpot. Can't wait to see what the other finals bring. But that was awesome.
Man, what a lap to close out the Joker's Jackpot race for Rick Sales. Unreal. So, non-electronics on the blue side. This is the blue side final round. Winner here will stage it up for $5,000. Left-hand side, Dean Tabert in the Honey Badger Nova. He's down 576. And Josh Welty, Cascade Trailer Sales side. He's down 621 in the Big Tire Love truck. Green lights a pair. My goodness. 007 a pair, and the win light shines for Josh Welty, who's 7, dead 5. Dean Tabert, 7, take 9 to break it out 4 thou. Had to take 5 thou or less. Mercy's sakes. 007 a pair, and Josh Welty's going to stage it up for $5,000. If you're a racer and you haven't gotten your racer appreciation dinner, that's still going on over at Jimmy's Wheelie Bar. There's plenty of food left, so if you're a racer and you haven't gotten your racer appreciation dinner, there's plenty of food left. You better get there before me because I have yet to eat breakfast or lunch today. So when I get down there, I'm getting down on some pulled pork. I've been running on hopes and dreams all day. Your electronics Joker Jackpot final round. Kevin Shear, 617 in the S10, and Paul Nero, 465 in the Dragster. And the win light shines for Paul Nero as Kevin Shear clicks it 25 red. Paul runs it out, 10 dead, 5 to be 15 total. And Paul Nero is your Joker's Jackpot Electronics champion. Electronics Red, I know it's a family affair, and we can't wait to see it. Electronics Red, though, we'll take you back to the lanes as soon as you can get here, please. So here's your electronics blue final. Winner here will stage it up for $10,000 in the next round. Dylan Howe looking to repeat what Brian did yesterday and put it in the winner's circle. He's in the left-hand side. He's dialed 452. And Andy Morris in the right, dialed 476. Morris is in. Howe is in. 3 foul between them at the starting line. Here comes Howe. Win light to Morris. He's 2. Take 26 to be 2 above 2. Dylan 005 and runs a 456 with a 5 on a 452. And Andy Morris punches his ticket to the final round. And this is your non-electronics red side final round. Winner here will meet Josh Welty in the final for $5,000 here on Saturday at the Summer Showdown, presented by Dave Barcelone's Trucktown. It's Derek Jackson in the right. He's out 687 in the Monza. And Michael Pliska, the Tetanus Vega, dialed 570. $20,000 separate them. Jackson's got work to do, and he can't get it done. Pliska, 20 and 1 above 4. Derek, 40, gets there 11 to break out. 17,000, and the win light goes to Michael Pliska. So it'll be Michael Pliska and Josh Welty for $5,000 next time around. And here we go. The electronics red side final round. Winner here will stage it up for $10,000. Stephanie Nass and Kurt Gross, a family affair. Stephanie Nass, last year's inaugural champion on the electronics side. She's out 498. Kurt sits to her left with 484 on the board. Green lights a pair and 10 thou separate them. Here comes Kurt, win light Stephanie. 19 take 7 to be 2 above 6. Kurt was 29 on the tree and 2 above 3. No good. Stephanie Nass looking to repeat, and she's about to stage it up for $10,000. Congratulations to Stephanie Nass. Be some fun conversations back at the pit. I'm sure they'd have it no other way, though. Stephanie Nass on a mission. And so that's where we're left with 2 final rounds to go before we close things out here on Saturday night at the Summer Showdown. Once again, want to thank every single racer who came out, spent your time with us, spent your money here at the track supporting this event. Appreciate the patience as we've worked through things. We've encountered a few challenges, no doubt. Been a little short-handed at times, for sure. But we've plowed through it. You've all been extremely patient, and we really, really appreciate it. So obviously we want to make sure everybody's cooled down and you are able to turn around your car. But we are down to the final rounds, and we will take all of you back as soon as you can possibly get here. So we'll take the final rounds back to the lanes as soon as you can possibly get here. I'm pretty sure there's still a bunch of food from the Racer Appreciation Dinner, so if you haven't gotten your food, go over there and grab some. I think at this point we're about to open that up for everybody because we do have some extra food, but want to make sure the racers have their opportunity. And then you can, then we'll probably just open it up for everybody and try to get it gone. But Racer Appreciation Dinner is still going on over there. And once again, Jeremy Weaver and Chad Riley, you are our best appearing cars. Jeremy getting the nod on the dragster side from our track staff down on the starting line and in the staging lanes. Chad Riley just edging out a beautiful field of door cars in the old Pro Mod. So I've got some prizes up for you up here in the tower. So please come by and grab those. Some really cool detail boxes from Dialed In Details. Michael Pliska, we'll take you as soon as you're ready, boss. Michael Pliska, we'll take you as soon as you're ready. Josh Welty, waiting for you in the lanes. And we will also take our electronics final round as soon as you can get to the lanes. Get this thing closed out. We'll close out the live stream on PNW Outlaw Media right after that as well. Appreciate Andrew and all the work he's put into setting up the awesome angles. And of course, to Kid Performance and Dyno and Sean Clark and Associates for sponsoring that live feed here on Saturday at the Summer Showdown, presented by Dave Barcelone's Trucktown. Really appreciate them supporting this event, supporting the Racer Appreciation Dinner. Don and Dave do a lot for the community out here. It's good to see them both out here racing, going a couple rounds. Once again, finalists, we'll take you as soon as you can get back, please. I know you're getting them cooled down, getting them fueled up. But we'd love to have you in the lanes as soon as you can. And we'll get this thing wrapped up here on Saturday night. We got fire in the pipes, and we got cars coming to the line for your non-electronics final round. It's going to be Michael Pliska and Josh Welty. Josh Welty, right-hand side. He's down 619, coming up from Coos Bay with the fam this weekend. And Pliska basically painted 570 on the side of that Vega all day, and he found dead on multiple times on his way to this $5,000 final round. Green lights a pair, and there's 6 thou between them. Here comes Pliska. Win light Pliska. 26, take 2 to be 2 above 4. Welty was 20 and 3 above 2, 2 behind. And Michael Pliska cashes in for $5,000 here on Saturday night. Congratulations to Mike, to Welty. Been a long day. Heck of a run here today by both drivers. Michael Pliska, your champion here on Saturday night in non-electronics for $5,000. And so now we're down to 2. Your electronics final round is in the lanes. And here we go. It's time for the final round here on Saturday night at the second annual Summer Showdown presented by Dave Barcelone's Trucktown. And we've got some familiar faces. Stephanie Nass, right-hand side, last year's inaugural champion. She's dialed 5 flat. And Andy Morris to her left, dialed 477. Gonna give up 2 clicks to Stephanie and see if he can't run her down. Meanwhile, Stephanie looking to repeat for $10,000. And Andy Morris is 2 thou red, and the win light's gonna shine for Stephanie Nass. She's 499 with a 2 on the 5 flat. She was 57 on the tree. Andy Morris, 002 red. That one's gonna hurt. But Stephanie Nass, your champion here on Saturday night. Congratulations to Andy Morris and your crew. Congratulations to Stephanie Nass and her family. And that's going to close it out here on Saturday night. Once again, want to thank each and every one of you. At this time, I'm going to open up anything left in the Racer Appreciation Dinner. We've called this multiple times, so we're going to open up the rest of that. We're going to shut down the live stream. Yeah, and we want to thank each and every one of you who tuned in. I know y'all were out there for a long time all day. We really appreciate everybody watching the stream today. Appreciate PNW